Welcome, Laura. Nice to see you. Yeah. I didn't plan for you to be up here, so this is awkward. No, just joking. We talked about it ahead of time. Two things in this time. The first is to do with our Faith at Home focuses that we've been having. Really, Julie, Laura, and I explained that we would be doing like a weekly Faith at Home focus. Really, I guess 2.5 years ago. 2 years ago, we explained that. Faith at Home focuses. Faith at Home foci? Foci, is that the plural of focuses? Maybe? Okay. And focuses. Anyway, don't judge my grammar. Okay, that's right. Faith at Home things, activities. Anyway, so we did that, and we would do like weekly things, Bible memorization, prayer, Bible activities, service activities, these sorts of things. We're kind of, as I announced a couple weeks ago, kind of in the e-news and the bulletin, we're going to kind of formally not do that simply because, now we're in person. And we're doing Sunday school, and we're doing things here, and so there's that enrichment, so it's kind of too much to do both of them. So we're going to do that. There will be some things sometimes, though. So there will be an activity that has a direct application, and we encourage people to do it at home. And that's so important because the home is the primary place for faith formation. So it might be, other things in church or a group or an activity or this, that, or the thing, but like what's happening in the home is the primary place for faith formation. So we encourage you in that. But today we want to talk about another idea connected to the Yancey song, I Can Count on God. So we want to be able to count on God. And we want to be able to count on God in and through everything that we're facing with. That's one thing to sing. It's another thing to believe. And it's another thing to try to live out. I can count on God through everything. Because what happens is through our life, I think, okay, I'm here and I've been told that, the Holy Spirit is working through me, but then what happens is bad things happen to you, or you make mistakes, or some big thing goes on and you think, wow, this has somehow hurt me or affected me, and maybe God can't use me in that same way anymore. And that's kind of like a way of saying, well, God isn't really God. God can't really work through us in those situations. So we're going to do something to demonstrate the idea that what I'm talking about here. So maybe, Laura, do you want to hold this? Laura's going to be my trusty assistant. Welcome to the stage, Laura.
Thank you. I feel like I should have worn a ball gown.
Yeah. Someone just said Vanna. Maybe like a Vanna thing, I think. Okay, so here's this bag. Why don't you come a little forward here so it's easier for the cameras? Okay, so it's going to face it towards me. Okay, so the thing is like, do we trust that this bag can hold this water even if I poke it through with a pencil? Like if I just go like, is water going to come out or not? Okay.
Make a guess.
I don't know. Do you think it's going to? Let's try it. Okay. Let's try it. Okay, hold up. Okay, let's try. Let's see if this works. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. How in the world? That is crazy. Well, it worked once. I wonder if it'll work again. Okay, let's try this out. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness, it happened again. That's 2 pencils. How in the world is that happening? That's crazy. When I was first heard about this, I'm like, this is not going to work at all. So let me try another one. Why not? Okay. Wow, unbelievable. 3 pencils. Can you believe that? That's amazing. That's science. That's not crazy. So, okay, here's the connection. Here's the connection to this. Now, scientifically, it has to do with polymers, and you can look that up for the scientists among us. But the idea is this. So you are the bag, okay? Sorry. It's an illustration. Go with me. The water... I get so many weird emails and comments. The water is the Holy Spirit. Okay, so you're the bag, the container, the outward thing. Okay, the Holy Spirit, God's Holy Spirit is in you, these living waters, right? And these pencils, this is like the ways that you've been poked or you've been hurt in your life. Things happen to you. Maybe it's a pandemic. Maybe a friend says something hurtful to you. Maybe you get sick in a certain way. These are all the different things that happen to us in life, and we think, okay, when those things, maybe God can't. I'm weaker. Or I've been injured, or I've been so sad, and therefore God can't work through me. That's simply not the case, and I hope this is kind of a fun way to remind us that God can actually be in us and working through us, even though these things have happened to us, okay? So Laura's got a question that she's going to explain and that people can kind of think about in your own context, in your own home.
So, yes, in light of this is sort of an unofficial Faith at Home focus, because you can talk about it at home,
this is unofficial.
But also you can do it here at church or with your family. But so the question we would like you to consider with your family is, how can God work through us even when bad things happen. So how can God work through us even when bad things happen? And I had a moment to reflect on this, and I was thinking with, things in our own life. So a bad thing happening. I would consider the pandemic as being a bad thing that's happened to all of us. But I guess how God can work through us is we can think of how the Bible tells us that in all things, God works in all things for good for those who love him. So I think about the pandemic, and I think about all the things I took for granted before, coming to church, participating in Vacation Bible Camp, teaching Sunday school. The bad thing happened. The good thing that came out of it is that it helps me to appreciate all these treasures that I really didn't treasure before. So God can work through us by cultivating thankfulness even when bad things happen. So yeah, we urge you to chat about that and consider that this week.
So we'll put that up as a graphic and send it around so you can just have that exact question. But it's, how can God work through us even when bad things happen? Because when we start to think about it, I can identify this and this and this and that other thing. When we're actually in bad things, we're reminded, wait a second, God can bring good out of this.